There's 1,762 videos on YouTube about how to run a faster 5K, but none that I could find about how to run a slower 5K. If you're like me and you're just tired of leading races and being out front all alone, and you're looking instead to be back in the pack with the people enjoying the energy and the camaraderie, this is for you. This is 7 tips on how to run a slower 5K. All right, the first thing I would recommend if you want to run a super slow 5K is to learn from the best. Now, like in basketball, up-and-coming players will study video of the footwork and shooting form of the best players. And in running, it's no different. If you want to run a super slow 5K, you gotta study from the best slow runners. One of the best resources I would recommend checking out is Matthew Choi. He has struggled to break 3 hours for the marathon and only just recently broke 18 for 5K. So he's a great example of a super slow runner with a lot of resources online to guide you in your goal of running a slower 5K. Number 2, this is gonna sound super counterintuitive, but just hear me out. You have to run fast to run slow. So what I mean is you have to absolutely crush your easy days in order to run slow on race day. So if you crush your easy days, you're essentially preventing your body from recovering, which will allow you to stay slow, and on race day you'll feel tired and sluggish, allowing you to run a super slow 5K. Now let's talk about the mental aspect of running a slower 5K. One of the goals is to find a way to kind of sow doubts in your mind, to let yourself think that you're not quite capable of doing it. And a great way to do this is, and it's not going to be easy, it's going to take some time and commitment, but I would say download a couple of apps like Strava and Instagram and spend 15 to 20 minutes a day on there just comparing yourself to others and just like constantly seeing what other people are doing and being like, gosh, I don't think I can do that. Or I don't know how they're crushing these crazy workouts. And just let the doubts kind of creep into your mind slowly so that eventually you start believing that you're just not capable of running quick anymore. Another tip for getting in the right mindset, try wearing pink. It's been scientifically shown to soften your mindset and make you feel a little bit less intense. Now it's time to talk fuel. When it comes to fueling in a 5K, I would say, honestly, stick to the basics. Something super simple, like a GU. And not just one, but probably a handful or more of them. These are super thick and difficult to get down, and it takes at least 15 minutes before they provide any benefit anyway. So honestly, it's gonna be very difficult for them to make you quicker. Stay away from the high-end stuff like Morton and UCAN and whatnot, because that could actually improve your performance on race day. For a 5K, you want to stick to something that's just going to sit heavily in your gut and weigh you down. If you're looking to run slower, I would always recommend spending more time and energy focusing on your victory celebration than on your actual race plan. Back when I was in college, I used to spend significantly more time focusing on my victory celebration, and as a result, it gave my competitors a chance to catch up to me and kind of pull me back from running so quickly. One thing I would recommend is to spend 15 minutes every night before bed in front of the mirror working on your victory fist pump, right? A good fist pump kind of starts with like the lawnmower, like you're pulling to start a lawnmower, bring your fist back and then boom, forward, right? But it takes practice and you gotta be ready to go. What?
I need to practice something, please.
Give me 1 second here. Alrighty, here's a great tip for running a slower 5K. You want to make sure the rubber on the bottom of your shoes is starting to wear thin. The rubber is what gives you your traction on race day. Less rubber, less traction equals a slower time. Now, if you're an absolute lunatic and you actually want to run a faster 5K, 2 things you can do. One is to do the opposite of everything I said, and the other thing is to stop in and see us at Wild River Running.